Welcome back. This is the second part of chapter number 4. So, students, have you ever done scribbling? Yes, scribbling. Scribbling. These are all scribblings. These are all scribblings, okay? So, do you know there is a particular name for all these scribblings? Yes, these are called as curves. These are called as curves in maths. But in general, we assume curves as these rounded figures only. But here in maths, these shapes which are formed with the lines are also known as curves. Now let's see what are the different types of curves. Now first comes the simple curve. Simple curve. Now what is a simple curve? See this and see this. What is the difference? In this you can see the lines are crossing each other. The lines are crossing each other, but in this none of the lines are crossing each other. So the curves in which none of the lines are crossing each other are called as simple curves. But in the curves where the lines are crossing each other, they are not simple curves. Now next comes the open and closed curves. As you can understand from the name only, open curves means the curves that are open. And closed curves means that are closed. These are all closed curves and these are all open curves. Now in the open curves there are one thing more. What is it? Interior and exterior. Interior and exterior. You are aware of these terms. So this is an closed curve. This is also a closed curve. So the space inside the curve, is called the interior of this. Okay, the space inside the curve is called interior, and the space outside the curve, this all space outside the curve, it is known as exterior of the curve. Okay, this is known as exterior of the curve. So now tell me, this is a curve and there's a point B and also there's a point A. Now you people tell me which point is in the interior. Which point is in the interior of curve? Yes, you're correct. Point B is in the interior. And which point is in the exterior of the curve? Yes, point A is in the exterior of the curve. Polygons. What are polygons? Polygons are the curves which are closed, are made up of only line segments and are also simple curves. Okay, these are the three conditions. The curves which satisfy these three conditions are known as polygons. So a polygon, it is a simple closed curve made up only of line segments. Okay, a simple closed curve that is made up of only line segments is called polygon. Let's see some examples. Like polygon made up of 3 line segments is this. Polygon made up of 4 line segments can be this. 5 line segments can be this. Okay, in the same way we can make other polygons also. Students, now you try to make a polygon of 6 line segments. Let's see how many of you can do this. Now as you can see, this is a polygon of 6 sides. Okay, this is a polygon of 6 line segments. Now there are few things that you should know about a polygon. Now what are these? First is the side. What is a side? As you can see in this polygon, this is AB, a line segment. This is AB. So this is a side AB. Okay, this is side AB. In the same way, this side BC, this side CD. Okay, so how many sides does this polygon have? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so this polygon has 6 sides. This polygon has 6 sides. Okay, let's just name these sides. In the way we used to name line segment, in the same way we name a side also. So the first side is side AB, then side BC, CD, then side DE, EF and FA, last side. Okay, now next comes the vertex. Now what is this vertex? Vertex is the point of meeting of two sides. This is vertex, this is vertex, this is vertex. Okay, and the plural of vertex is vertices. Plural of vertex is vertices. So let's just see how many vertices this polygon has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 vertices. What are the 6 vertices? 6 vertices are A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, A, B, C, D, E and F are the 6 vertices. Now next comes the adjacent word. Do you know this word adjacent? What does this mean? Adjacent means side by side. Okay, adjacent means side by side. For example, this is vertex A and this is vertex B. They are side by side. So A and B vertices are adjacent to each other. A and B vertices are adjacent to each other. In the same way, A and F vertices are also adjacent to each other because they are side by side to each other. Side by side to each other. In the same way, if we see the sides, then what are the adjacent sides? The sides which are side by side to each other. Okay, or we can say the sides which have a common vertex. The sides which have a common vertex are called adjacent sides. Like in this case, side AB and side BC are adjacent to each other. Side AB and side BC are adjacent to each other as they have B as a common vertex. Okay, so adjacent means side by side. It can be adjacent to vertices like A, B or B, C, or it can be adjacent sides like side AB, side BC. Now next comes the diagonal. Now what is this diagonals? Okay, as I have told you about adjacent vertices. See, the adjacent vertices are already joined. ठीक है, कोई भी दो vertices अगर आप देखें जो adjacent to each other हैं, they are already joined. But what about the vertices that are not adjacent to each other, like A and C, A and D? These are not adjacent to each other. So the lines that join these type of vertices which are not adjacent to each other are called diagonals. For example, A joining to C is a diagonal. A joining to D is a diagonal. A joining to E is a diagonal. Okay, in the same way, F, or we can say B joining to F is a diagonal. B joining to E is a diagonal. Then B joining to D is a diagonal. Okay, in the same way we can draw diagonals like this. Okay, now our next topic is angles. What are these angles? Two rays makes an angle. Okay, this is, for example, this is ray BD and this is another ray BF. Okay, so when these two rays combine together, BD and BF, when two rays are coming from a single point, okay, then they make an angle in between them. Okay, and this is the way of writing an angle. This is the way of showing the angle basically. Okay, we draw a small semicircle there, okay, to show that it is an angle. In the same way, this is another angle. Okay, so in this way we define the angles by making a small circle over there. So what is an angle? An angle is made up of two rays starting from a common point. An angle is made up of two rays starting from a common point. Now how to name an angle? Suppose this is an angle. Okay, so how to name it? We name it by, first we have to make a small symbol of angle. This is the symbol of angle. Before naming an angle, we should write this symbol. This is a symbol of angle. Then we will write the names. How to write the name? A, B, C. Okay, A, B, C. This is A, point A, then B, then C, line wise. This is angle ABC. Okay, or you can also name it as angle CBA. Both are correct. Okay, both are correct. Just you have to take care that the common point should be in between only. Okay, the common point should be in between only. Okay, and you can start from either of this side. You can start from here also ABC, or you can start from here also CBA. But you cannot name this angle as BAC. You cannot name it like this. This will be wrong. Okay, the common point, the midpoint should be in the mid only. Okay, so that's all for today.